you've spoken about Francisco de Orellana, who's this explorer in 1541 and 42 that sailed the length of the Amazon.
Yeah.
Probably one of the first. And there's just a few things I should probably read. I should probably find a good book on him because the guy seems like a gangster.
Yes, there's some great books on him.
So he sailed, he led the expedition that sailed all the way from one end to the other.
Yeah.
There's like a rebuilding of a ship.
Which is insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because it speaks to the thing, it's like nobody's going to come and rescue you.
No.
You have to, if your boat dies, you got to have to rebuild it.
Yeah, so they came down the Andes, entered in the headwaters of the Amazon, constructed some sort of raft, boat, craft, something, and made it down the entire Amazon basin. Of course, his stories are the ones that led to the Amazon being called the Amazon, because he reported tribes of women. He reported these large cities, places where the tribes lived on farms of river turtles that they corralled, and they lived off of that protein. And then when they came out to the mouth of the Amazon, if I remember it correctly, that just through navigation and the stars, they were able to calculate where the way was back to Spain and make a boat seaworthy enough to bring them home. Incredible. Absolutely.
Do people like that inspire you, your own journey? Like, what gives you kind of strength that in these harshest of times and harshest of conditions, you can persevere?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the stories of people that are so, these stories of people that have overcome incredible suffering like that, or like, what Shackleton did or something like that. And so like when you're, I've been, your tent gets washed away. You go to sleep and the river rises 20 feet and washes away your tent, and you crawl out and all you have is a machete and a headlamp, literally no bag, no food, no nothing. And you go, wow, the next 6 days before I reach back to a town is going to be just pure hell. I'm going to be sleeping on the ground, covered in ants, destroyed by mosquitoes. And then it becomes, am I in any capacity, any percentage as tough and resilient as the people that I've read about that have made it through things far worse than this? And then that's the game you play.
What goes through your head when all you got is the headlamp and the machete? So are you thinking at all? Like I've gotten a chance to interact quite a lot with Elon Musk, and he constantly puts out fires, having to run several companies. There's never a kind of whiny deliberation about issues. You're just always one step forward, how to solve, right? This is the situation, how do you solve it? Or do you also have a kind of self-motivating, almost egotistical, like, I'm a bad motherfucker, I can handle anything, almost like trying to fake it till you make it kind of thing?
There was a little bit of
your
that.
machete in the head.
I got a sword. There may have been a little bit of that when I was like, like 14, 15 years old. I'd like, have like a hunting knife and my dog, and I'd go out into the woods of like the Catskills and survive for a weekend. With my rule was one match. You get one match and you got to make shelter. And then, I'd bring like a stake and like make a fire and stuff. And like at that point there maybe was some ego, but in the Amazon, you get stripped down so completely that it's like that thing, like, watch the atheism leave everyone's body when they think they're about to die. It's like when you find yourself staring up at the Amazon at night and you go, there is no hope of getting out of here. I mean, I was once lost in a swamp where it took me days to get out of there. And there was moments where I just said, this is clearly it. There's no ego there. There's just hope. You start realizing what you believe in and praying that you'll be okay, and then trying to summon whatever you know about how to survive, and that's it. And so it's actually, again, it's kind of a blissful state if you can walk that line between like adventure and tragedy and sort of keep yourself right at that very, very fine line without going over.
Ever fear of death? Ever fear? Terror?
No, I don't want to die. I want to, I love the people in my life, and there's a lot of things I want to do, but every time I've been certain that I'm going to die, I've been very, very calm. Very calm. And just sort of like, okay, well, if this is how the movie goes, then this is how it goes.
Almost accepting.
Yeah. Which is reassuring.